This is Jeff Walker for Jeff Walker Books Discussion. Now, I'd like to take this moment and say that I have created a new audiobook for my short story, The Immortality Complex. In this chapter, this is a short 5-minute version of what you can expect to hear on the audiobook itself. I hope you will take the time to have a listen and enjoy it, and tell me what you think. The book will be available on Audible very shortly, so I hope you go and have a look and listen. Nathaniel Priestley did the voice for this one. He also previously did the voice work for my other book, Your Service is Required. So please, go and enjoy and tell me what you think about it.
The Immortality Complex, a science fiction short story by Jeff Walker, narrated by Nathaniel Priestley. It was around the same time of my wife's passing that a new breakthrough in technology came about. Discoveries in bioengineering had synthesized human cells that could copy the genome of DNA perfectly. This radical science reproduced human bodies from scratch, from bones, blood, and vital organs, to a perfectly constructed human brain. It was the first artificial genetic engineering that was proven to be viable and stable enough to manufacture consistently. Around that same time, a company working on a device called Human Transferable Uploads, HTU, had a remarkable stroke of luck that changed the medical world forever. The company had successfully uploaded a dying woman's brain into a digital storage device. All of her memories and personality remained intact. This led many industry giants to create a combined venture. The human restoration industry was born and harmonized both the technological and medical into one. Death was no longer an option anymore. We were now, for all intents and purposes, becoming immortal. One could transfer one's mind into a totally new body and never fear death again. Oddly enough, that became their motto. The first few poor souls subject to this new combined effort were sadly left paralyzed and unable to function. Something in transferring the digital mind to integrating the newly grown brain didn't seem to work. But like all new technology, they had to work out the kinks and learn how to make it better. I'm not sure of the scientific method or means. I understood none of that mumbo-jumbo, only that they got it down pat once again and cranked out the manufacturing of it with flawless precision. I was just coming into my 94th year when the government announced that a new law was ushered in with a swift majority. They called it the New Human Act. If a body is frail or injured beyond medical science, so long as their mentality is intact, they must get a totally new body in order to preserve the essence of their life. Of course, there is more to it than that. The law contained other sub-paragraphs about ethical science practices and whatnot, but the gist of it was that death is no longer an option for anyone. Protests and arguments over such disregard for human rights plagued the government for years, but after the course of time and arrest of many saboteurs, the Choose Death troublemakers and movement leaders, this New Human Act eventually won out in the end. So, here I am now, sputtering on my last few breaths and awaiting the inevitable new body I must occupy. The first of my family to become this abomination. Although, my son and 3 other daughters felt differently about it than I did. But like the good patriarch that I am, my choice has been to appease them. So, after a few last kisses from them, their spouses and my grandchildren, I allowed the nurse to prepare my body for death. And I, taking one last look at them all, prepared my mind for a second life.
This has been a Jeff Walker's Books Discussion. If you like this program, please subscribe. And if you want to read more of his books, The Long Lost War, The Massive Planet, The Mysterious World of Professor Dark and Miss Shadow, please visit his website at jeffwalkerbooks.weebly.com. Please, if you feel the need to review one of his books, he would be ever so grateful that you would. You may go and visit it on Amazon or anywhere else where books are now available.